I'm gay, and Austin is too, and we just wanted to like call and tell you.
I just don't really know what to say. Right. I love you.
To asexuality. Am I too young to know? No one would ever say that to a straight child. So if you would believe the straight 10-year-old coming to you saying I'm straight, then please believe someone like me, the 16-year-old who knows they're asexual, or any orientation for that matter. Have I just not met the right person yet? Well, by that logic, every straight person is actually gay. They just haven't met the right person of their own gender yet. I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually.
Often taught that there are only male or female bodies, but there's actually a whole wide variety of possibilities when it comes to human bodies and human biology. And
I just knew there was something down there. Like no kid likes to be naked anyway in front of anybody. And I remember like having a classroom with like a few students coming into the doctor's room and they all like looking at me naked, and I always knew there must be something wrong with me, or it must be really ugly, or something freaky is happening with me.
Something I would like to say to someone that passively thinks they're intersex or maybe intersex, you were going to the doctor and they were kind of always lifting up your shirt or pulling down your pants, and it just seemed a little bit inappropriate or different than your peers. If you've had surgeries that are kind of, you've never felt completely that you believed, were the reasons they gave you were the real reasons. Those are some of the things that you can look back and kind of help you discover that you might be intersex or not. And it's okay if you're intersex, and that's why we're here.
17-year-old self.
I think this was meant to be serious for the kids at home. I'm so sorry.
That was serious. Don't them shame.
Tan 17-year-old self would have been like, don't style your hair like that. That swoopy fringe is looking crazy.
Don't wear white belts. I saw that photo.
White
leather belts.
Leather belts. And also, don't uncross your legs. I don't care if it makes people uncomfortable. Go yourself. Like, you get to cross your legs. I can't. That's like the most heartbreaking story that you used to not cross your legs.
My name, June, I thought it was just so Korean, and for me it was like such a source of bullying. And so I was really trying to desperately search for a different name. And then of course, as I kind of grew into who I was, I started really embracing my Korean American identity, and also realized that I'm genderqueer. And I really like June because it sounds very androgynous, and I just think it really captures who I am, so June.
The more that we realized that gender and sexuality are all pretty much made up and a lie, we were just kind of like none of these words really fit, so we're just gonna go under this umbrella of queer, and like anyone who wants to know more, we can talk about that, but there isn't really a word for it.
The cool thing about being queer is it's an umbrella term. You can embrace the ambiguity and fluidity of sexuality. You don't have to know exactly who or what you are, and that's
diagnosed me with gender dysphoria and being transgender, and hadn't really seen anyone my age at that point, and started me on hormone blockers so that I wouldn't end up going through male puberty. By May, I won prom queen, and felt really seen and validated for the first time as a woman with my classmates, who were, for the most part, very accepting. I think it made sense for me. They had always thought I was the gay kid or flamboyant, but becoming a woman made sense for Corey in high school. Woman to me growing up meant vagina. I literally prayed every night until I was 19 to wake up with vagina, and then I woke up on my day after my 19th birthday and I had one. And so it's like, okay, I'm a woman, but that's not what woman is. Woman is however you feel.
Having this representation of different types of people allows us to complicate the human experience for other people. That's the starting point. When people start to see trans people as complex individuals.
Until my oldest brother John came out in college as openly gay, and that kind of opened my eyes to what the LGBTQ plus community was like, and I started to really be exposed to that.
76, being gay in any of the Puritan colonies was not allowed.
Jeez, so when did things start to change for the better?
It wasn't until the 20th century that we started to see progress. Gay bars were popping up in major cities, but were frequently raided by the police because being gay was still illegal in every state except Illinois.
Go Bears!
Exactly. Be ignored. This newly empowered gay community had one goal.
What was that?
To come out. They thought the problem with homophobia was that people didn't know other people who were gay. And if more people came out, they would be seen for who they are and not just as a stereotype.